I'm Renaissance Austin, and this is Beyond the Artful Living. Today I'm going to show you how to make a granny square two different ways. I'm going to chain 4, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm going to insert my hook in the very first chain right at the knot. And slip stitch. I'm going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to do 12 double crochet all the way around. But this first chain 3 counts as 1. So that would be 2. That's 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11, 12. Let me just double check my count. That's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and 12. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to insert my hook into the third chain, and that's how I'm going to connect my circle and slip stitch. There you have your circle. Okay, I'm going to chain 3 now. 1, 2, and 3. Then remember that chain 3 counts as 1, so I'm going to insert my hook in between all of the stitches. Okay, it will be in between the stitches, and I'm going to do 2 double crochet. So now I have a total of 3. Remember that first chain 3 counts as 1 stitch. I'm going to chain 1, and I'm going to do an additional 3 double crochet in the same hole. 1, 2, 3. And I've just created my first corner. Now I'm going to chain 1 again, and I'm going to skip 3 double crochet this time. 1, 2, and 3. That hole right there is where we're going to put our next corner. So I'm going to yarn over, and I'm going to put 3 double crochet, 2, 3. I'm going to chain 1, another 3 double crochet, 1, 2, and 3. Now I've created 2 corners. I'm going to chain 1, and I'm going to count 3 over again. 1, 2, and 3. That hole right there is our next corner. I'm going to yarn over, and I'm going to put 3 double crochet. 1, 2, and 3. Chain 1, and then an additional 3 double crochet in the same hole. 1, 2, and 3. Now I'm going to chain 1, count over 3, 1, 2, and 3. That hole is where our last corner is going to go, and again that's 3 double crochet, 2, 3, chain 1, an additional 3 double crochet, 1, 2, 3. chain 1. Okay, we have to chain 1 before we close off. And again, we're going to count up from the bottom. 1, 2, 3. And that will be where we're going to insert our hook in the third chain at the top. Okay, then you have 2, then you just slip stitch. Okay, close it off. That's one granny square made that way. Now we're going to do a little bit something different on our next circle. Now what we're going to do is form, checking my phone. Okay, I'm going to chain 4 again for our next granny square. 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'm going to insert my hook into that very first chain right at the knot and slip stitch. Now this time what we're going to do, we're going to shape our corners on the first round. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, chain 3. I'm going to insert my hook, 1 and 2. Okay, now we have 3 double crochet. Now this time I'm going to chain 2, 1, 2, and then I'm going to do another 3 double crochet. 1, 2, and 3. I'm going to chain 2 again, 1, 2, and 3 double crochet. That's 1, 2, 3. I'm going to chain 2 again, 1, 2, and 3 double crochet. 1, 2, and 3. Now I have 4 corners. I'm going to chain 2 before I close off. 1, 2. I'm going to close off in the third chain at the top and then slip stitch. So what we've done that we didn't do here, it fairly comes out looking the same, but on this granny square we just did a circle of 12 double crochet. On this granny square, instead of making it a circle, we did a square starting off. So our 12 double crochet actually has 4 sets of 2 chains in between. So 2 chain, 2 chain, 2 chain, and 2 chain. Okay, and then we continue on. Now the difference here on what I do is, because I like to work my way over to the corner, is I slip stitch into the next stitch. That's 1. Okay, then I slip stitch into the next stitch. That's 2. Then I slip stitch into that center hole, and this brings me to my corner. So now I can chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and then I'm going to yarn over and do 2 double crochet. Remember that first chain 3 counts as 1. Okay, then I'm going to chain 2, 1, 2, another 3 double crochet in the same hole. Now I'm going to chain 2, 1, 2. I'm going to work my next corner. 1, 2, 3. Chain 2 again. 1, 2, 1, 2, and 3 in the same hole. Chain 2 again. 1, 2. Work our next corner. 1, 2, 3. Chain 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Chain 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. chain 2, 1, 2, 3, chain 2, then we're going to slip stitch in the third chain at the top and slip stitch, and that is our second granny square. So they, you know, slightly can be different, but that's what they look like. And those are your 2 granny squares made 2 different ways.